Hi everyone. Now I'm going to demonstrate to you how to use Google SketchUp 8 to draw your design in a 3D form. Right after you download the Google SketchUp 8, there'll be an icon over here at your desktop. Okay, just double click that, and you will launch the Google SketchUp. Okay, so over here I already set up all the icons here. Right, if you didn't see all this, it's likely that you did not set up the icon. So you go to View, right, Toolbar, and make sure that you click the following: Getting Started, Large Tools Set, Views, and Large Buttons. Okay, this large button is optional depending on how big is your computer screen. Alright, now with that you should be able to see all the buttons that's down here. Okay, let's start. Now to draw the base of your project, okay, you need to go to what we call triangle. Can you see the triangle here? Alright, you just click on it. Okay, go to the origin. Okay, click one time and then you just move your mouse to the right. Okay, now you can see that over here, the screen below here. Alright, okay, I have not clicked the mouse here, I just click once only. You can see that the dimension is moving. Alright, now with that, all you need to do is just to key in the dimension. Alright, all the dimension here is in mm. Alright, so in this case, let's say I need 80 by 40, and then I will enter. Okay, now you almost can't see anything because this is quite small, okay, relatively to a human size. So all you need to do is go on to the icon here called Zoom Extend. Alright, it's on top here. Just click on it and then you become big again according to the screen. Alright, okay, now the next button that you need to have is to create the thickness. Alright, so where do you get it? Push pull button. Now can you see over here the push pull button? Alright, just click on it. Okay, bring it to the surface and then you click one more time and you move your mouse, you get the thickness. Alright, the thickness of the material that you need in this case is likely to be pine, which is having a thickness, let's say, for 12 mm. So you just have to key in 12 and then you enter. Alright, now that is the base. Alright, okay, so again we want to get it scaled to the screen. You just click Zoom Extend. Alright, so now the base is done. Alright, you're gonna make this into a component. Alright, now a component means that this is by itself a piece. Alright, so that it will not stick to the rest. Now what do I mean by that? Okay, you click on select button, you triple click this. Okay, when you triple click, you can see that it's shaded including the line. Alright, you see here I only click on the surface. If I triple click, you can see that everything is selected. Alright, you right click your mouse button, make component. Alright, you make component. Okay, and then you create component. Now you can key in the name here if you want. For example, if it's bottom, okay, I would say I better use base. Alright, and then you click create. Okay, now when you click a component already, when you click on it, alright, you can see that with just one click, you do not have to triple click. Just one click, you select the whole component. Okay, now you are going to design, you're going to drill a hole. Alright, because you have drilled a hole onto the base. How are you going to drill a hole? Now, what you need is to locate the center of the hole. Now, what you have learned in the testing, to locate, you can just simply draw across. Now, I did not use a pencil to draw across. You can see down here, I'm actually using a measuring tape. Okay, where can you find the measuring tape? Here. Okay, so it's tape measure tools. Alright, then you can locate the center of the hole. Alright, now, so you're going to get the circle to drill the hole. Now, you still remember what is the hole size that you need to 3 mm rod, so you use 2.5 mm. Okay, but in this case, because it's a computer aided drawing, after you hammer the rod through the hole will still be 3 mm. Okay, so here you're looking at radius. Alright, you see below here. Alright, we are looking at radius. Okay, so 3 mm radius means 1.5 mm. Okay, you enter. Okay, now you get that hole here formed. Alright. Okay, so now you're going to drill the hole. Okay, now before you can drill the hole, you have to explode the component, because now you're going to work on the component. Okay, once you lock it out as a component, usually you can't do much. So now you're going to explode the component. That means so-called you undo the component. Alright, you explode. Now when you explode, you can see that, okay, you need to triple click to select it. Okay, you select this part. Okay, now you have to zoom in. How do you zoom in to this part? Alright, okay, you can click zoom. Okay, and you zoom in. Okay, or if your mouse, the roller does work. For example, if you see here, if I roll the mouse, the roller here, alright, I'm not so sure whether you can see over here. Alright, you can actually, by rolling the mouse, the wheels, alright, you can actually zoom in and out. Alright, or you just move around the mouse pad there to zoom in. Now once you zoom in, alright, you select this one. Okay, same thing, you can pull and pull. Alright, you can see that you can pull this on edge. That would means that you push this hole down all the way to this edge. Alright, okay, so when you pan, okay, under oblique here, you see that actually the hole is formed. Alright, okay. Okay, so now I'm going to click back to the isometric drawing. Here we can see the house here. Alright, and then I'm going to zoom and stand here. Right, so this is the object that you have drilled the hole already. Okay, so now again you are going to make this as a component again. Okay, you triple click. Alright, right click, make component. Okay, this component is called base. Alright, okay, the component already exist. Okay, so that means you just have to okay, it's actually created already. You actually modified the component. Alright, so the component is already there. Okay, so now you want to pan it so that you can see it well. Okay, so this view is better. Alright, okay, now you're going to make a rod, alright, that pass through this hole here. Okay, how do you do that? Alright, similarly, alright, you need a circle. Okay, let me check whether it is in. Okay, no, it's not yet now. You have to make sure that, alright, you create a component. Okay, if not, later you will stick onto it and then you really can't work on it anymore. Okay, I'm going to zoom in again. Alright, okay. Okay, I'm going to design the rod now. Alright. Okay, you can see that now the circle is like, no, this is blue color. You can see the circle is blue color. Now when you go to the center here, you can see that the circle no longer blue color. Alright, because the computer cannot recognize at what surface you want to draw the circle. Okay, in this case, you see it's online. Alright, it's on surface of component. That means now the circle is drawing on the surface of component. But once you get into this part here, because it's hollow, so the computer can't recognize at what surface you want to draw the circle. Alright, so all you need to do is just to put it at the surface here. You can see the blue color. You press the shift key. Alright, you press the shift key and then you move it down here. Alright, then the circle will still be blue color. Alright, and then you start to draw the circle. Alright, in this case, same thing, the rod is 1.5 in radius. Alright, now it looks like actually that now the circle cover it. That's exactly the case because your rod is tight fit onto the base. Alright, so now you are going to bring the rod out. Alright, okay, I'm going to make this small now. Okay, I'm going to move the rod out. Okay, sorry, let me undo it because I can actually state the length of the rod that I want. Okay, in this case, you can see here is 2.5 mm. Alright, the rod that you have is about a ruler length that could go up to, let's say, 200 mm, 20 cm. So I key in 200 and enter. Okay, so same thing, you zoom extend, you can see that the rod is out already. Alright, because the whole picture is here. Okay, so now with this part done, okay, you can see that the rod came out from the surface of this base. Alright, so it actually didn't punch through. Alright, how am I going to then extend this rod through the base? Okay, let's take a look at that. Okay, first thing you have to so-called hide this base. Alright, you right click, you hide the base. Okay, now you know that in that case, you oblique, you know that this base here, alright, you have to flip this base over and extend this base by 12 mm so that it shows that you actually so-called punch through the base. Right, how do you do that? Alright, you have to definitely so-called pan and move so that you can turn the rod over. Now, okay, now you can see that now the rod is upside down. Alright, okay, so similarly you are going to zoom in again, okay, and move the rod out. Okay, here, okay, let me escape. Alright, you can't see clearly. Let me pan again to extend that you can see clearly. Okay, this way is better. Alright, now, okay, yes, now you can see that it's actually elongated by how many? 12 mm, so that it actually punch through the rod. Okay, so you go back to this isometric drawing again. Okay, alright. Okay, and then you put file, you unhide. Sorry, I think it's edit, unhide. Yeah, you unhide all. Okay, now the base appears again. Okay, you can see here now. You can see now if you orbit, now you see the rod actually punch through. Alright, just now you don't see that this rod punch through this base.